Welcome to Dreamy Tales, a place where gentle, relaxing stories will guide you into a deep sleep. On this channel, we'll be sharing soothing stories to help you unwind and forget the worries of the day. If you enjoy these peaceful moments, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you won't miss any of our bedtime tales. Let's create a space of relaxation together each night. Now, before we dive into tonight's story, let's take a few moments to relax your body and mind. Find a comfortable spot to sit or lie down. Gently close your eyes and take a deep breath. Inhale slowly, feeling the fresh air filling your lungs, and slowly exhale, letting the tension in your body gradually melt away. Repeat this 3 more times. With each breath, feel yourself becoming more relaxed and ready to enter the magical world of stories. Now, loosen your shoulders, gently massage your face, and release any remaining tension. Pay attention to any areas in your body that still feel tight, maybe in your neck, back, or legs, and gently let them relax. Next, we'll do a short guided visualization. Imagine yourself in a beautiful garden under the night sky, with the soft moonlight shining down. You can hear the rustling of leaves in the breeze, the sound of water flowing gently in the distance. Feel the cool breeze brushing against your face. Now that your body and mind are relaxed, let's step into tonight's story. But before we begin, remind yourself that you deserve these moments of relaxation, and let go of all worries as you listen to each word. And now, as you are fully relaxed, let's begin our journey into tonight's tale. Allow my words to guide you into a world of dreams and serenity. Relax and listen slowly. Envision, if you will, the quintessential stuffed bear. The image that likely materializes in your mind is that of the archetypal teddy, a creature crafted from dense, golden-hued plush fabric, possessing a generously proportioned, yielding belly, articulated limbs connected to its central form, and a pair of gleaming, often black, button eyes that seem to hold a spark of innocent curiosity. Alternatively, perhaps a specific, deeply personal teddy bear immediately occupies the forefront of your thoughts. This might be a cherished companion from your formative years, its once vibrant fur or fabric now displaying the endearing marks of time and affection. Worn patches attesting to countless hugs and adventures, a unique softness acquired through years of comforting embraces, and a distinctive, comforting scent that evokes a flood of nostalgic memories. The concept of a teddy bear is almost universally understood, a cultural touchstone recognized across generations and geographies. For a vast majority of individuals, childhood was graced by the presence of at least one such cuddly friend. Yet, in contrast to enduring playthings like dolls, spinning tops, or the timeless rocking horse, the teddy bear stands as a relatively recent innovation in the realm of toys. The dawn of the 20th century marked the initial appearance of these plush companions. The question then arises, how did this relatively new creation, in the span of just a few years, ascend to such a position of ubiquity, becoming not only a common plaything, but also a deeply cherished object of affection for countless individuals around the globe? To unravel this fascinating narrative, we must journey back in time to a particularly significant morning, a crisp, late autumn day in November of 1902. Our scene is set amidst the sprawling forests of Mississippi, where the then President of the United States, Thornton Roosevelt, was participating in an organized expedition with the objective of hunting the American black bear, an animal indigenous to the rich hardwood forests that characterized the region. Despite his efforts, President Roosevelt had experienced little success in his pursuit. Consequently, a group of his aides took matters into their own hands, capturing a bear and presenting it to the president at their location within the dense woodland. However, upon encountering the captured bear in person, President Roosevelt experienced a profound change of heart. Moved by compassion for the creature, he resolutely refused to inflict any harm upon it. This act of presidential mercy resonated deeply with the public. The story of President Roosevelt's compassionate decision regarding the bear rapidly disseminated through newspaper articles and political cartoons, capturing the imagination of the nation. One particular drawing, created by the talented cartoonist Clifford Berryman, proved to be especially impactful. Berryman's evocative depiction of the event caught the attention of a keen-eyed entrepreneur named Samuel Klein as he perused his copy of the Washington Post. Samuel was a Russian Jewish immigrant who had established a modest but thriving penny candy store in the bustling borough of Brooklyn, New York. Berryman's cartoon sparked a moment of profound inspiration within him. That very evening, Samuel and his devoted wife, Rose, embarked on a creative endeavor that would have far-reaching consequences. Working late into the night, they meticulously fashioned a small toy bear using a piece of soft, luxurious plush velvet fabric. With careful stitches, Rose added button eyes that gleamed with a playful charm, a neatly defined nose, and a mouth that possessed a slightly pensive, almost worried expression, lending the bear's face a unique and endearing character. The Kleins proudly placed their newly created bear in the window display of their candy shop, accompanied by a simple yet attention-grabbing sign that read, "Thornton's Bear." Thornton was a nickname sometimes used for President Roosevelt, although it was rumored to be a moniker he personally disliked. To Samuel and Rose's delight, the customers frequenting their candy store displayed an immediate and intense interest in the sweet stuffed animal nestled amongst the jars of gumdrops and candied nuts. As customer after customer inquired about purchasing the charming little teddy bear, Samuel and Rose recognized that they had stumbled upon a truly promising idea, a potential gold mine in the burgeoning toy market. Before commencing full-scale production of these plush bears, however, they made a thoughtful decision. They resolved to seek President Roosevelt's explicit permission to market their creation using his nickname, ensuring they acted with respect and propriety. They penned a polite letter to the president, introducing their handcrafted teddy bear and humbly requesting his consent to associate the toy with his name. President Roosevelt, a seasoned politician renowned for his sound judgment in matters of state, surprisingly misjudged the potential of this simple stuffed toy. While he graciously agreed to lend his nickname to the little bear privately, it is said that he expressed considerable doubt about the toy's prospects for widespread popularity. How profoundly mistaken he was. In 1903, Samuel and Rose formally established the Ideal Toy and Novelty Company, dedicating themselves to the manufacture of more Thornton's bears. The plush bears proved to be an immediate and overwhelming sensation, capturing the hearts of children and adults alike. It wasn't long before the Kleins made the decision to leave the candy business behind entirely, channeling all their energy and resources into the full-time production of their beloved teddy bears. Across the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean in Germany, a talented and observant individual named Robert Schmidt had developed a habit of making frequent visits to the Nilsche Zoo in the vibrant city of Stuttgart. During each of these visits, Robert diligently carried his sketch pad, an assortment of pens and various pencils, which he employed to create remarkably detailed drawings of the diverse array of animals housed there. His subjects ranged from playful penguins to majestic lions, elusive leopards, and, of course, various species of bears. Drawing was not merely a pastime for Robert. It was his true passion, a deep-seated artistic drive that fueled his creative spirit. He was a recent graduate of a prestigious national art school, his skills honed through years of dedicated study and practice. However, the intricate drawings he meticulously crafted of these fascinating creatures were not solely for his personal enjoyment. He regularly brought his sketches back to his aunt, Greta Schmidt, who also happened to be his employer at the esteemed Stoif Toy Company. Greta Schmidt was born in 1847 in the charming town of Gingham, nestled within Germany's enchanting Black Forest, a region steeped in folklore and natural beauty. When she was just over 1 year old, Greta contracted the debilitating disease of polio. The illness tragically paralyzed both of her legs and left her with persistent pain in her right hand, challenges that would have daunted many. However, Greta possessed an indomitable spirit and a fierce determination to achieve independence. She discovered that she had a natural aptitude for playing the zither, a traditional stringed instrument with a rich and melodic sound. Soon, she was sharing her musical talent, teaching others in her village to play the instrument as well. The income she earned from her zither lessons enabled her to purchase a sewing machine, a relatively new and revolutionary invention at the time. In fact, Greta had the distinction of being the first person in her village to own such a modern piece of equipment. With her newfound sewing machine, Greta embarked on a new entrepreneurial venture, beginning to sew felt underskirts, which were considered the height of women's fashion during that era. Her business flourished, and she soon found herself employing a small team of assistants to keep up with the growing demand for her fashionable creations. The felt offcuts that remained after the underskirts were made proved to be surprisingly versatile. Greta discovered that their size and texture were perfectly suited for crafting pincushions. She initially gave these pincushions away to friends and family as small, practical gifts. However, she soon noticed that children were particularly drawn to them, adopting them as small, cuddly toys. Recognizing this unexpected appeal, Greta decided to formally enter the world of toy making. She particularly enjoyed fashioning small, charming felt mice and elephants, meticulously stitching each detail and then gifting them to the children in her life, bringing smiles to their faces. These little plush toys quickly gained immense popularity within her circle. Encouraged by their success, Greta made the pivotal decision to begin selling them to a wider audience. In the 1880s, Greta officially founded the Steiff Toy Company, laying the foundation for a legacy that would endure for generations. Initially, Steiff's offerings primarily consisted of cuddly felt elephants and mice, along with pull-along toys crafted from metal or wood, including charming pull-along bears. However, in 1897, a significant development occurred when Greta's nephew, Robert, joined the family firm, bringing with him fresh ideas and a passion for the natural world. Robert enthusiastically encouraged Greta to expand her selection of stuffed toys, drawing inspiration from the animal kingdom. Robert would dedicate countless hours to observing and sketching animals at the zoo, meticulously capturing their forms and movements from every conceivable angle. Then, working collaboratively, he and his aunt would painstakingly create lifelike plush versions of the animals Robert had so diligently sketched. The Steiff Company soon gained widespread recognition and acclaim, particularly for the realistic, jointed limbs that characterized all its fuzzy creations, allowing them to be posed in a variety of lifelike positions. And among these beloved creatures was a bear, carefully modeled after the bears Robert had observed with such keen interest at the Stuttgart Zoo. In 1903, Robert and Greta proudly exhibited their collection of stuffed toys, including their meticulously crafted bear, at the prestigious Leipzig Toy Fair, a major event in the toy industry. However, to their initial disappointment, buyers did not seem particularly captivated by Steiff's offerings, and sales were discouragingly low. Just as they were beginning to feel disheartened, a serendipitous event occurred. An American businessman who was visiting the fair on a buying trip happened to notice the Steiff bears at the last minute. Intrigued by their quality and unique design, he made the impulsive decision to purchase every single one of Steiff's bears that remained at their booth. He then arranged for them to be shipped across the Atlantic to America, where he planned to introduce them to consumers by selling them in various department stores and toy shops. Steiff's shipment of bears would have arrived in the United States at virtually the same time that Samuel and Rose Klein's Thornton's bear was generating such a buzz and achieving widespread popularity. Soon, both Steiff bears and Klein's teddy bears were readily available on the shelves of nearly every toy shop across America and Europe. However, these coveted toys did not remain on the shelves for very long, as demand far outstripped supply. By 1906, the teddy bear had become the latest must-have toy, a cultural phenomenon that had captured the hearts of children and adults alike. In that same year, Steiff officially began marketing and selling its bears under the now iconic name of Teddy Bear, directly acknowledging the popular nickname that had become synonymous with the plush toy. By 1907, just a year later, the Steiff Company alone was producing over 1 million teddy bears annually, a testament to the overwhelming global demand for these cuddly companions. Soon, The teddy bear craze had spread far beyond the borders of Europe and America, reaching as far afield as Russia and Japan, demonstrating its universal appeal. Across the English Channel in England, a brother and sister named William and Clara Ashton were closely observing the remarkable surge in the teddy bear's popularity. William and Clara were the children of a successful silk merchant, John Kirby Ashton. Under the banner of his company, J.K. Ashton, John had previously produced practical items such as pincushions and tea cozies. However, following their father's passing, William and Clara decided to expand the company's offerings to include soft toys, crafted from luxurious fabrics, recognizing a growing market for such items. They made the strategic decision to craft their own distinctive version of the teddy bear using mohair, a textile with a rich history and a uniquely appealing texture. Mohair is one of the world's oldest textiles, woven from the exceptionally soft and lustrous fleece of Angora goats. For centuries, the production of mohair was a painstaking process, with each strand spun by hand. This made it a costly and labor-intensive material to produce, limiting its availability. However, in the early decades of the 20th century, fabric mills in England began to produce mohair on an industrial scale, significantly reducing its cost and making it far more readily accessible to manufacturers. Capitalizing on this development, the Ashtons crafted their teddy bear from the wonderfully soft and snuggly mohair fabric, creating a toy that was not only visually appealing but also incredibly tactile and comforting to hold. Like the teddy bears produced by the Kleins and the Schmidts, the Ashtons' mohair teddy bear, which was first introduced to the market in 1908, proved to be an immediate and resounding success, quickly becoming a favorite among children and collectors alike. In fact, by 1910, just 2 short years later, it was famously said that teddy bears outnumbered children in England, a testament to their overwhelming popularity and cultural saturation. Soon, teddy bears began to transcend their status as mere toys, making their way into the world of literature, music, and cinema, further solidifying their place in popular culture. Perhaps the most iconic literary teddy bear of all time was the creation of the celebrated author Arthur Mallory, Winnie the Pooh. This friendly, honey-loving yellow bear, who stars in Mallory's whimsical and heartwarming books, as well as in a multitude of beloved cartoons and movies based upon them, was directly inspired by a real teddy bear belonging to Mallory's only child, his son, Charles Mallory. This special teddy bear was purchased from the renowned Harrods department store in London as a cherished gift for Charles's first birthday. As a young boy, Charles developed a particular fondness for a brown bear that resided at the London Zoo. Before finding its home at the zoo, this bear had served as the beloved mascot for the Winnipeg Regiment of the Canadian Army. In a touching act of affection, Charles Mallory decided to name his own teddy bear Winnie, in honor of the bear he so admired at the zoo. Throughout his childhood, Charles Mallory would often take Winnie, along with a menagerie of other cherished stuffed creatures, on imaginative adventures into the enchanting woodlands of Ashdown Forest, located near the Mallory family's country home, Cockford Farm in Sussex. Ashdown Forest served as the primary inspiration for the magical 100-acre wood depicted in Arthur Mallory's books, a whimsical realm where Christopher Robin, Winnie, and their endearing group of friends, including Piglet, Eeyore, Tigger, and Kanga, embarked on countless adventures, often involving the pursuit of honey and the elusive heffalumps, and everything else in between. The actual teddy bear that served as the inspiration for the character of Winnie the Pooh now holds a place of honor in the collection of the New York Public Library, a beloved artifact of literary history. He is displayed alongside the original stuffed toys that inspired the characters of Eeyore, Piglet, Tigger, and Kanga, a testament to the enduring power of childhood imagination and the inspiration it can provide. Winnie the Pooh first made his appearance in print in 1924, captivating readers with his gentle nature and humorous escapades. In that same decade, a visionary German confectioner named Helmut Richter invented an equally famous and widely beloved tribute to the teddy bear, the gummy bear. Richter's sweet company, Haribo, specialized in crafting soft, chewy candies made from a unique mixture of sugar and gum arabic. These candies were quite a novelty at a time when the vast majority of commercially available sweets were hard and brittle. Initially, Richter's bear-shaped soft sweets were quite large and possessed a somewhat realistic bear-like appearance. However, he later modified the size and features of his candy bears, making them smaller and more closely resembling the teddy bear shape that remains so incredibly popular with consumers of all ages today. As of 2013, Helmut Richter's company, Haribo, was manufacturing an astonishing approximately 100 million gummy bears every single day, a testament to their enduring appeal. While teddy bears were initially conceived and marketed primarily as toys for children, many adults also found themselves unexpectedly enchanted by these cuddly companions. Perhaps the most well-known adult to openly express his affection for teddy bears was the esteemed poet Julian Beaumont, whose beloved teddy bear, Archibald, accompanied him virtually everywhere he went. In fact, Beaumont even took Archibald with him to Oxford University when he was an undergraduate student, a testament to the deep bond he shared with his plush friend. Also studying at Oxford during that same period was the renowned novelist Evelyn Waugh. The close relationship between Beaumont and Archibald is widely believed to have served as a source of inspiration for the memorable character of Sebastian Flyte in Waugh's celebrated novel, Brideshead Revisited. Sebastian is portrayed as a notorious dandy among his peers at Oxford, known for his flamboyant style of dress and his numerous eccentricities. One of his most endearing and well-known quirks is that he carries his childhood teddy bear, Aloysius, with him wherever he goes, finding comfort and solace in its familiar presence. Julian Beaumont could be accurately described as an arctophile, an individual who possesses a strong fondness for or actively collects teddy bears. Another prominent arctophile was Patrick Boyle, a character actor who graced the silver screen in classic Hollywood movies such as The African Queen and Dr. Strangelove. For many decades, teddy bears were largely considered to be exclusively children's playthings. Patrick Boyle, however, was a passionate and dedicated collector of these plush bears. His influential 1969 book, Bear With Me, played a significant role in legitimizing teddy bears as a serious and respectable collectible for adults, challenging the prevailing perception of them as solely children's toys. In the present day, rare or historically significant teddy bears can command astonishing prices at auction, sometimes fetching upwards of $100,000. A stiff Titanic bear, for instance, one of only 600 such bears produced by the renowned German firm to commemorate the tragic sinking of the Titanic, recently sold at auction for a remarkable $136,000, highlighting the enduring value and collectability of certain teddy bears. The world of bear collecting reached a new level of intensity in the 1990s, with the introduction of a unique line of plush toys by a Thai company. This company released a range of 9 squishy, posable stuffed animals known as Beanie Babies. One of the most iconic and sought after of these was Cubby the Bear. Thanks to the Thai company's clever strategy of releasing only limited production runs of each Beanie Baby design, these toys rapidly became highly desirable collectibles, sparking a global phenomenon. But the Beanie Baby craze didn't stop there. The peak of the Beanie Baby frenzy coincided with the rise of a new and revolutionary web platform for buying, selling, and trading goods, eBay. Savvy resellers quickly recognized the potential of this online marketplace, listing sought-after Beanie Babies on eBay. Enthusiastic fans, eager to complete their collections or acquire particularly rare specimens, willingly paid prices far exceeding the original retail cost to get their hands on the Beanie Babies they coveted most. At the height of the Beanie Baby bubble, common $5 Beanie Babies were routinely being resold for hundreds, and sometimes even thousands of dollars. Exceptionally rare Beanie Babies, such as the Princess Diana commemorative bear, were valued at over $100,000 in the secondary market. However, as is the case with most speculative market bubbles, the Beanie Baby bubble eventually burst. As resale prices began to decline, collectors who had been holding on to their highly valued plush toys in anticipation of further price increases flooded the resale market with their collections, leading to a significant devaluation of their collectibles. While the intense Beanie Baby fad has largely faded into memory, some particularly rare Beanie Babies still command substantial resale prices among dedicated collectors. Cubby the Bear, for example, still holds a value of approximately $1,000 to serious collectors today, a testament to its enduring appeal. The celebrated children's author Martin Bell may have also harbored a secret affection for teddy bears. The story goes that he was Christmas shopping for his wife when he happened to spot a single, forlorn-looking teddy bear sitting alone on a department store's toy shelf. The bear's seemingly lonely demeanor tugged at his heartstrings, and he ultimately decided to purchase it as a Christmas gift for his wife. Soon after, Bell was inspired to write a story based on this particular teddy bear, creating the character of Paddington Bear, a polite and well-meaning bear with a particular fondness for marmalade sandwiches, who hailed from the jungles of darkest Peru, but was forced to leave his home when it was destroyed by an earthquake. He arrived in London as a stowaway, and was discovered at Paddington Station by the kind-hearted Brown family, who decided to name him after the railway station where they found him. Paddington's endearing clumsiness, gentle nature, and unwavering politeness made him an instant hit with young readers around the world. In a fitting turn of events for a storybook bear based on a real teddy, plush Paddington bears soon became a highly popular item on toy store shelves, and toy Paddington bears remain a beloved classic to this day. In the 1980s, the traditional brown teddy bear received a vibrant and colorful makeover when the talented artist Eleanor Vance first conceived and drew her now iconic rainbow-hued Care Bears characters. These brightly colored bears initially appeared on greeting cards for the American Greeting Card Company, bringing joy and cheer to those who received them. However, the company quickly recognized the immense potential of Vance's charming creations and branched out into selling plush versions of the Care Bears. By 1985, the Care Bears had become a full-fledged cultural phenomenon, starring in their own popular cartoon television series that focused on promoting the important values of kindness, love, and friendship among children. Each Care Bear sported a unique symbol, known as a belly badge, on their fuzzy belly, representing their individual personality and special caring mission. The bears were also known for their collective superpower, the Care Bear Stare, a dazzling, glittery ray of positive energy with the power to heal hurt feelings and neutralize negative thoughts, activated through the combined power of the symbols on each bear's belly. And now, it seems only fitting to conclude this narrative with the tale of a truly extraordinary and well-traveled teddy bear. You might not have previously heard of Magellan T-Bear, but he undoubtedly holds the distinction of being the most widely traveled teddy bear in the world, and perhaps even in the entire galaxy. Magellan is a plush blue bear who, in a remarkable moment in history in 1995, took one giant leap for bearkind when he became the very first teddy bear to officially journey into outer space. Magellan accompanied a team of dedicated astronauts aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery as they carried out the STS-63 mission, a crucial endeavor that involved a rendezvous with the Russian space station Mir. These days, Magellan resides in the esteemed National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C., a tangible symbol of human ingenuity and the enduring appeal of a simple stuffed toy. It has indeed been a long and fascinating journey from the humble window of a Brooklyn candy shop to the vast expanse of outer space. Yet, the unassuming teddy bear managed to make that incredible journey in just under a century, charming the hearts of people across the globe in the process. And despite its interstellar adventures and cultural significance, one of the teddy bear's most enduring and important roles remains its simple yet profound ability to help people the world over drift off into a peaceful night's sleep as they cuddle up with their beloved plush companions each and every night, finding comfort and security in their soft embrace.